Here we have two faces of a meth user, before and after, and it's a sad tale of affair across the world. People hooked on these drugs, and sometimes children at early ages get involved too. And you need to understand sometimes that the parents, while they were in vitro, had been addicted to very serious drugs, cocaine, marijuana, heroin. And so when they're born, they're addicted and they're looking all through little lives to get hooked into something that will give them that feeling they had way back then. And then they discover it and they go on from there. Um, but I am not sure, even in spite of addiction and birth and all that, why one would want to bypass those important organs in the body, the lungs, the kidneys, and the stomach, and the liver. Now, individuals introduce this thing straight into the bloodstream, goes to the brain, goes to the heart, without having a chance to be filtered or so. And many of these substances have residue that, I'm not sure what they're made with, but I can see it corroding the flesh of people. Some people lost all the muscle in the calf of their feet and still looking for some muscle or some place they could get this thing into their bodies. I recall I tested positive for meth once. I was trying to get into a program and they tested me. And I didn't tell them boasting all along I've never used drugs, any form, any type, whatever. I should pass the test, no problem. But then they told me I tested positive for meth. And I don't even know you're taking meth. I've never seen meth. So I asked the doctor guy, I said, look at me, do I look like I have, used meth? I mean, there might be some telltale signs. You might have started to show it. But he said, no, this test is specific. And it tested positive, and that's it. I said, sir, I've never used drugs. But you see, many of these doctors become so cynical after listening to all these sad stories. And they become ineffective because he needs to be objective in every case. He needs to look at it fairly. And he's already, condemning me as it were. No, I know that I have special problems with the government and so on. And they're doing all kinds of things, going in my house, putting things in my food and all this kind of stuff. Taking me to jail and trying to burn up my brain and so on. But I wasn't feeling any way different. Although when I was eating, it was a suspicious kind of setup. You can't see what they're doing in the back there. And they're very cagey with what they were doing. But still, I didn't feel any way. Except the quantity was minuscule. I'm not sure when it got into my system. If it ever got into my system. I mean, the other ways they could take my urine and put it in, or they could put some right in the test strip. I'm not sure what it did, but I tested positive for meth. And I don't know what's going to augur for the future, but I've never taken any drugs. I mean, I don't have the money to do it. I don't have the time to waste with that. I'm not going to harm myself like that. See? So this drug thing is widespread, and the scripture did say that in the last days, men's heart will be failing for fear. And that heart there means mind. And also it probably means the organ, the pump, the heart also. And so individuals are doing things that are putting themselves at risk. Because what's happening is that in these days, the issues are going to be so germane and so crucial and so momentous that if folks can't figure them out, they're going to make some bad decisions that are going to doom them for the rest of eternity. And so the enemy, Satan, he's the big chemist out here. And he has a million and one things that he's snaring people with. But this drug thing is so pervasive, and you wonder what can be done. Well, of course, I know religion helps, and that's what has helped me to avoid any of that kind of stuff. I don't associate with people in a way it has to be influenced by them to try what they're trying, or for them to even spike something I'm using from them. I don't try not to go to people's homes to eat or whatever like that. So this lady's in a sad situation. I hope she recovers before it kills her, because these people end up there in the bus shed or in some little lonely place. They haven't paid up what they used, and they shot for that, or the body gave in to the mental abuse, It's pathetic and it's a tragedy to see how people live and the things they do in their lives, just wasting it.